As a geometry fan, today is a big day. An incredibly big day, actually. Like, a ridiculously big day. Like, it should not be this big of a day. Like, it just shouldn't be. Like, this is just ridiculous. And now it's time to talk about what happened. So if we go here, right? We got, we got some of the newer rated levels. You got Haunted Night, Nightosphere, and Auto level. One of the only levels that I could possibly beat because it's auto. And then this. What the heck? Alright, so these three levels were all extremely hard extreme demons that have recently been verified, and they are all set to dethrone Tartarus as the hardest level. All three of them. What? These three levels are meant to dethrone the Tartarus itself, which has been on #1 on the demons list for almost around I think it's been over a year now. How? And the crazy thing about these levels is that they were all beaten on the exact same day. They were all rated on the exact same day. They were not all beaten on the same day. That would be ridiculous, but it's still ridiculous. And Arcturus was verified maybe a month and a half, 2 months ago. Slaughterhouse was verified last week, and Firework was literally verified like 2 days ago, which is ridiculous. And now that they're all verified, they were all rated at the exact same time. What? As you can see, I'm incredibly good at these levels, 3% on Arcturus, 2% on Slaughterhouse, and a whole 0% on Firework. Let's try and get 1%, bro. Honestly, I don't think I'm capable of doing this. Bro, I'm so good. What? Yeah, now I'm done, bro. And they are all rated the exact same time. They're all gonna become the hardest level. It's as simple as that. They're all gonna become the hardest level. It's kind of ridiculous. These levels are all insanely hard, and honestly, if I were to rank them, I would put Firework first, Slaughterhouse second, and Arcturus as the third hardest. But first, I think we're going to have to react to the verification of each one of the levels so that we can get, a full-on, a good judgment for each one. So let's go do that. So here is the Firework verification level, because that verification video, because I think we should start off with a bang. So with over 200,000 attempts, Trick was literally able to beat this in an actually quite good amount of time for the difficulty of this level. For the difficulty of this level, it's ridiculous how good he just did. It's honestly unheard of. For somebody to do that good, that quickly, it's pretty crazy. Look at this dude. Look at this dude. Look at this dude. Look at this dude. That he's thanking us for sticking with him, even though I've pretty much done nothing. But you know what? Good job, Trick. All right. You know what? Let's just do this now. Let's watch this. Let's see how awesome this is. The ridiculous level itself. Firework. Honestly, these, I think honestly, when I look at Extreme Demons, it's honestly just, there's, certain sections that just confuse me. All of these, it really doesn't look that bad until you look at, because you don't really, when you look at a level, you don't see the timings. You just see, oh, look, really tight ship part, or, really tight wave part. But then parts like this cube are really, you don't think about them, right? But the amount of timing that is needed to even do a slight amount of this is ridiculous. Like, I couldn't even get 1% on this level. Just put that into perspective to this guy being able to beat it. The whole entire level. Like, the amount of talent that you need to do that is, like, through the roof. And especially with this terrible gameplay. By the way, you know what? Firework, it looks cool, but the gameplay is terrible. It's just, that's why it's so hard. The gameplay is terrible. But, you know, it's an incredibly long, it's a hard level. And I think, honestly, if Slaughterhouse was, like, longer, like, and was the same length as Firework, I think Slaughterhouse would be harder. But just because of Firework's length, I also think it's gonna be the hardest. And it's also because of this ship part coming up where you cannot click a single orb, and there are orbs everywhere. Like look at this, Ready? Here we go. Just look at this. Like, what? How? What do you mean? That's not possible. I refuse to. No, that's not. What do you mean, bro? What is that? Like, I cannot comprehend sometimes, you know? I remember being like what, I think it was like 3 years ago now? 2 years ago when Zodiac was verified, right? That was the most incredible thing of all time. It was so hard, hardest level, ridiculous. And then now there's levels like this coming out such a short amount of time after. Like, the skill difference, no offense to Technical, because, you know, he's still incredibly talented, but it's just ridiculously harder than Zodiac in every way. It's just harder. It's ridiculous. It's crazy. Alright, so by the way, I just want to point out that all of these videos will be linked in the description as we start to get into the Slaughterhouse verification. This was verified by Space UK, and as you can see, it is ridiculously hard. The decoration, in my opinion, is pretty. It's not too great in this part, and that's just because this part level was made in 2019. Like around the first 50%. This is all made in 2019. That's why the decoration is not really. It's not holding up to date. But then you get to parts like right past this area, where the decoration, yeah, like look at that. Now it's all newer blocks, newer designs, newer triggers, which makes the level look so much better. But at the same time, it's not only about looks, it's about difficulty. And the difficulty of this level is through the roof. Like, look at these wave timings. This reminds me of basically like a new Crimson Planet, you know? An incredibly short level, but it's incredibly hard, you know? It has these tight wave parts, and it's ridiculous. Space UK only took around 40,000 attempts to beat this. To put that into perspective, Trick spent 200,000. How are you this good, bro? I don't get it. But you know what? This level, even looking at it, I think it would be harder than Firework if it was longer, but because of the length of Firework, I think that there's no chance that this will be able to beat it. So Firework is definitely still going to be the #1, but I guess now it's time to look at Arcturus. Alright, so Arcturus is a level that was verified by Ultrakawa HD. I don't know how to pronounce his name. I'm sorry if I pronounced it wrong, but he's still a god. Like, this level is incredibly hard, but here's my thing with Arcturus. It's definitely considered the easiest out of the 3, but I'm wondering if it might actually be possible that Arcturus is easier than Tartarus. Now, Tartarus and Arcturus are both incredibly similar in difficulty, but I almost feel like Tartarus, there's a chance that it might even be harder, just because of the incredibly short length of Arcturus. And also Tartarus is it just seems like the ship parts in Tartarus are a lot tighter, but the wave parts in Arcturus are a lot tighter than the wave parts in Tartarus, which makes me think that, you know, like, they are incredibly similar in difficulty. Like, it's ridiculous how similar it is, and it's honestly it's a pretty tough decision. And you know, I really wonder what the Demons List is gonna come out and say about this. by the way, the demons list, that's gonna change a lot. Because these levels are so close in difficulty to each other, some of them, and obviously Arcturus and Tartarus being incredibly close in difficulty as well, the demons list they're gonna have to take a bit of time to, be able to rank everything, because they're gonna need multiple different perspectives on the levels. They're gonna need data. So I don't think the demons list is gonna come out with a official statement of what's more difficult and what's not until maybe it's gonna be a bit of time. I don't think it's gonna be very soon. Do I know when it's gonna happen? No, because I'm never gonna know what the data that's needed to find out how difficult this level is, because I can't even get more than 3% on it. So how am I going to know? It's really a lot of data to be able to it's gonna take a while. I'm sorry. It's gonna take maybe at least a couple weeks, at most a month or two, maybe a month. I don't think it's gonna take more than 2 months. But you know what? We'll see what happens. But this week has been a pretty historic week in Geometry Dash history, and I finally made a video. So I guess that's pretty cool. See you guys later. And make sure you guys tell me in the comment section what you guys think the ranking of these levels will be. Alright, that's about it. Peace.